Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our show, The Calligrapher. We started actually the alphabet of Jali Diwani. I wish that you like so much that style because it's a simple and a fantastic letters. I would like to see what the opinion of our participants. How do you see, Dr. Abdurrahman, the Jali Diwani?
I thought previously it is the same as Diwani, but no, when I try to write it, it's very different, and especially we have to draw some small curves on certain letters.
And also you have to write using the two thicknesses of different thickness of the letter.
Yeah.
So like ya or like ain, jim.
Yeah. Sometimes for the fa, the long fa, or ya, and at the end part, it is quite difficult to make it. Time by time became to be smaller and smaller. It is sometimes we have to really play with the pen.
Yeah, it needs more flexibility with your hands.
Yeah,
because you use I think to write the solos. Solos needs to move with the same thickness of your pen.
Exactly.
But Jali Diwani, it needs more flexibility to. Have you been wrote something with the?
Honestly, this
Jali?
is my first time writing Jali Diwani. So
first time.
Yes.
Even you studied already the calligraphy styles.
Yeah.
How do you like this
Yes,
style?
of course, especially when I see that very compact and the form and the accessories is really different from what I know before.
Yeah, we are going also to to show that in between the two words or a sentence, we have to put more accessories or more hands.
Yeah.
And after we finish putting more hands or accessories, we have to fill with the dots.
Dots, okay.
With the dots.
Very nice.
It looks complicated, more full crowding of dots and hands and the accessories. But generally, it looks nice and fantastic. I think that you started.
Yes.
When you started your diploma, you finished also the Jali Diwani.
Yes, I wrote Jali Diwani, but it's the first time to concentrate on this kind of writing, or this font, especially these shapes of tone of music. Like that.
Yeah, actually, it's from me because when I started before about 35 years writing this style. I a little bit changed in the font. I didn't change in the basic way of writing, but I have changed in the noon letter, and I'm doing the same also with noon. It looks very nice and fantastic and gives nice shape to the word, especially if I'm writing the names of.
I think that to be with you in this series.
Yeah, I think that you can use also, and Abdurrahman also can use in his writing in the future, inshallah. But how do you see are there really too much difference when you write the Diwani or Jali Diwani? Do you feel any troubles to sometimes you get missing, so you go for Diwani, or the different Jali Diwani?
Frankly, some parts of letters are similar to Diwani.
Similar, correct.
And some other parts are quite different.
Different, yeah.
Yes. Like fa.
Yes.
Like pharaoh boat.
Yeah,
Like this.
correct.
And the thickness, change the thickness
Yes.
many times.
Mhm.
Writing this.
It needs, I think, as you can feel also through your experience in calligraphy, it needs just only with the practice, with more practice, I think,
Yes.
more
Some
flexibility in the
yes,
hand,
in the hands, yes.
in the hand, and move the
Yes,
pen.
yes.
It needs little bit
And
control also.
it depends on the pen also.
Yeah. What do you mean on the depends on the pen?
How it's smooth.
Yes.
And how can the hand control.
Yeah, but you know the good calligrapher should prepare his tools, because the
before
calligrapher
writing, yes.
is just like a soldier in the war. He should prepare his gun, his things, his
Yes.
everything.
Pen,
But
ink, and
it should be
paper.
clear and neat. Like I think any professional,
Yes.
And
even he's
also
a
about the
player
paper,
or
doctor.
he's
Also about the paper, if the paper is very smooth, it's very nice, clean, so we can write it easier
correct.
compared to the other kind of paper.
Correct. Actually, you know, when we started writing this kind of Arabic calligraphy styles, the problem we have met actually the paper, the surface which you are going to write.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are saying this is very smooth,
Okay.
very smooth surface. It's not correct to write on the very smooth surface, because you know the slip or the pen run very fast, so
Oh,
you can't
okay.
feel, you lose the sensitivity
Control.
of your hands for moving the pen on the paper or on the surface. So suppose you are writing on the glass,
Yes.
on the glass.
Yeah, exactly.
You can imagine how the
Very difficult to
sliding.
control. Yeah.
Slide very,
slides very fast.
yes.
So you can't feel the letter which you are doing, because the writing is just you know, as
you need enough control.
yeah, it's like a symphony between the maestro, the calligrapher, and the team of the orchestra, like a paper and tools and ink materials. So
And
all
also
of
our
this,
mood, our emotion. Yeah.
yeah, it's 100% sure that you should prepare yourself psychologically before writing. And for the surface also, we used to prepare our papers with ourselves. I think I told you before about the preparing the paper. Just only our brother maybe hasn't listened this for last time. We bring the egg and just make a hole and get the white on a pot, and bring another egg and do the same until the yellow comes, so we stop it. With the piece of shabba is the Arabian piece of sometimes they use for scratching the body and something like this, and it's available also in the shops. We rub it very well, this liquid, so it moves from the glazing way, okay, to the drops, to the more liquid. So with the more continuation, it's moved from transfer from the drops to some paste. So it has 3 processes to do. When you just move the liquid inside the pot, so you see that from glazing to little bit drops like water. So when we just move it like this, we just take it out to check. You feel some drops comes from the white egg. After that, we have to continue also rub this liquid. It moves from the dropping or from the liquid way to the paste, to paste way. So we take this paste and using sponge.
Normally, how long the process, doctor?
It takes few minutes only.
Only a few minutes.
Maybe 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
You can try also today. Just only rub it very well. You will see, as we mentioned, then you will take with a sponge or piece of cotton, you just fill or cover
just shabba and egg.
shabba and white egg, not yellow.
White egg.
White egg, without adding anything to your material. Before you prepare this one, you can add tea to your paper just to give the color, to change the color. If you want to write on a yellow or beige color or dark brown color,
White
or
tea, doctor, not coffee. Or
you can use also coffee, but don't add any kind of sugar, because sugar, yes, correct. The sugar is food stuff.
Okay, then the
So
ants-
it makes with the, from time to time, it makes, you know, with the long time, it makes germs. It will eat also the paper.
Okay.
So you are going to lose the paper from maybe after some long time.
Just to add color.
Just only to add color. Maybe you can use also saffron. Saffron also is, it's giving
It's
a goldish
powder.
goldish, yeah. Also you can use so many kind of powders. Okay, you can use any kind of powder, just cover before using the glazing one. After you finish with the 45 degrees, like this way, you turn your paper to make another side 45 degrees. After that, you look to your surface. Are there any missing dots or feeling something? You can just touch it or retouch it. Then you leave it. After some time, maybe 3 hours, it will be dry.
And the
After
sun.
you get dry, yes. After you get dry, use a piece of aqiq
Yes.
or misqala of aqiq also, or you can use a piece of a circle like this
Okay.
with granite or with marble, but this is aqiq. We can see this is aqiq, so we can rub it our paper just to make it more smooth
Okay.
and filling all the spaces between the dots as we covered before. It will be ready for writing. I think this is a little bit ideas about preparing the papers and how to paint the paper before make it ready for writing. And let's go, brothers and sisters, with a new sentence from Jali Diwani. So have a short break and we'll go for the Jali Diwani sentences.
Back to the Prophet. Join Sheikh Ahmad in the program Back to the Prophet, wherein he teaches us practical lessons from the Prophet's life and how this can help us to overcome our challenges in the present.
We talk about the life example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, seeking guidance for ourselves. In the early days after the revelation of the Holy Quran, the Muslims were greatly persecuted, so much so that quite a few Muslims had to leave Arabia and migrate to Africa to live among Ahl Kitab, Christian people who followed the gospel of Christ.
Welcome back after a short break. We are going now to start with the Jali Diwani. We'll write here on the blackboard a sentence. We hope that you can follow us when I'm writing. Also, our participants will start writing also. I'm going to write here الرحمن علم القرآن. this, I wrote here Alif, and here is Lam. It's the beginning of Surah Al-Rahman. Ha, letter. And go up with the curve. And edge of my pen, I'll write Ha. See how I'm going to write Noon. Allama. This is Ain. Lam. I'm going to write Mim now because here's Lam. I'm going down with a thin and look to the Mim, how it's going to cut the Noon here. Al-Quran. Still the dot I haven't forget, but I'm keeping now until I finish the writing. Al-Quran. This is Lam. Still I'm using half of my thickness. Qaf. Alif. Ar-Rahmanu allama al-Quran. This is dot of Ar-Rahman. See, this is Noon. End of this letter will comes by this way. So look to the Noon letter and the end looks like this way. Here's some hands. We can make shadda and alif here of the extension of Ar-Rahman. Mim under this mim. Here's accessories. Ha is silent. Skun silent. We have to make it like this. Allama, A means fatha. And here in this space I can make Ain letter small under Ain and send it up to show that this is under the Ain. A hand also like this. Allama, here is Shadda of Lam. Al-Quran, Dhamma, U sound. Sukoon of Ra. Sukoon could be in the same thickness of my letter. And the mad or extension like this. And balance with this shape. Our participants can write from the blackboard Ar-Rahman wa 'allama al-Quran, and then we will give some comments after having a short break.
اللهم قوّني على إقامة أمرك يا مولاي وأذقني حلاوة ذكرك واحفظني بحفظك يا الله.
Brothers and sisters, welcome back after the short break. We have taken after the written Jali al-Diwani, Ar-Rahman wa 'allama al-Quran. Actually, I'm so interested to see my participants, what they have done after written on the blackboard. Mr. Abdurrahman, what do you see? Do you look to your writing and smile? Do you see some change or improvement?
I don't know. I just write what I understand.
Let's see. Let's see first, our brother, what you have done.
I tried to imitate your professor.
Yes, here is a very nice shape and correct way. Also, Ar-Rahman wa 'allama al-Quran. You see the movement of the written here, Arif, with its part of decorative part here, and Ha also with the meme, with the curve, a very nice curve here of Noon, but Noon should be in the middle here.
Okay.
Yeah, only. But the other one is very nice, Ain and Meme. Look at his meme, very nice. Al-Quran, Rahman wa 'allama al-Quran. It's very nice.
Okay, Doctor,
How do you see?
I found it's more suitable to leave this part without any dots or decoration.
Yeah, in this case you have to cut your curve from here. Sometimes,
as you showed us in the book.
Yeah, sometimes the calligraphers bring a sharp knife and scratch after they wrote. So they scratch. And instead of going the curve and stop and continue and stop and continue, sometimes it loses the sense of doing the curve. But almost the most great of them, they are doing with the scratching way. Yes. Just scratch a part of this here and another part here. But it could be also leave it empty. Otherwise you can put it with big size, maybe triple of this size. You can do. Some other calligraphers are doing this with the illumination.
Yes.
With illumination. So what you have done here with the... nice. I think you're making a competition between you and your brother that you use a thick pen bigger than his pen.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, you tried here also to make thick point matching with your thickness of the pen. It's very, very nice also. How do you see the hands here? Decoration
Yes.
parts.
It's very nice, playful, need something new for me. The problem only, doctor, is to write noon, what you call it, long noon, kashida noon,
Yeah.
just to make sure the smooth way. Sometimes it's really difficult.
I think in this case you have to keep from the curve here and go down until here, until the ink will finish from your pen. Then from here you take another
Amount of ink.
and then you continue direct, even it comes without sharpness line. Then after that you can retouch your curve. I think it should be more easier.
Some calligraphers from one
Yeah, you know what they are doing. Also, according to our experience in this field, when we are writing such verses or words or sentences like this, we have to make the ink more liquid. I mean that I'm going to write a big kashida of noon or ya returned ya.
Kashida.
Kashida means the
Prolongation?
continuation, extent of the letter.
Prolongation.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we are going to make, we take the ink and add more water. So when you make the extension of the kashida or continuation of your letter, it looks very, very smooth and easy. After that, you can just have another ink and fill it just from up to down. Or while it's not dry, still wet, so you can add a piece of ink in your pen and just start putting in the beginning here. Then it will distribute the other. Also, it gives you very, very nice shade and grades. Sometimes the calligraphers prefer to use two colors in their Jali Diwani style. For example, they are using the red and the edges of beginning of the letters like Ain, Alif, Lam from here, Qaf, two dots with dark brown color or black color. So still wet, and you can find the gradation of mixing the black color and the red color. It gives you very nice brown color together. Now, brothers and sisters, almost we finish writing Al-Rahman wa 'Allama al-Quran. Our participants have been wrote from the blackboard. We give some comments. I wish also that you can get some benefits of our comments to them. Maybe it will help so much about about the comment or giving the comments to them or to you. See you again, inshallah, with the end of Jali Diwani with another sentence.